Hey guys, so I was with a friend this weekend and he introduced me to someone else as the stretching guy. And okay, I'm glad my friend has been paying attention to some of the stuff that I'm doing, but I was kind of like, hang on, I'm not really like stretching sucks. I hate stretching. Like, I'm the anti stretching guy. He kind of got the introduction wrong, but he pays attention to some of the movements I do, so I'll forgive him. But why does it suck? It sucks because most people don't know about trigger points. So, if you haven't heard of them, what I'm going to introduce you to is the effective trigger points straight away. So, stay with me for a little bit. It won't take long. We'll start off. So, firstly, they cause tight muscles. So, if you think about the rope being a muscle, and simply you just tie a knot in it. You got a knot in a muscle and it makes it shorter. So your chest muscle, if you've got trigger points in it, it'll be tight. So you'll have bad posture. And then you'll get achy joints because your joints aren't moving as they're supposed to. It also causes your muscles to be weak. We'll go into that later. So with the bad posture and the achy joints, you've got movement problems. You can't move as you're meant to. It means other muscles are taking over, having to do jobs they're not meant to do. So you'll get trigger points in other muscles then, and then you'll get injuries, and you're just a mess. Last one, referred pain. So some of you might get back pain, but actually the pain isn't coming from your back. This is why trigger points they're so annoying. So you can get lower back pain caused by your hip flexors. So if you look here, this is your iliopsoas muscle, one of your hip flexors, and you've got trigger points. You can get trigger points in this muscle, and the red area is the referred pain. So you'll be getting pain in your back and the top of your thigh, and it's actually coming from a muscle deep inside you. What happens when you remove them? So, well, first of all, you're tight, you remove them, you get better mobility. Your joints are working as they're supposed to, so you're injury proofing your body. You're able to move with proper range of motion, so when you go to play sport, you take a knock, your shoulder goes a bit further back or something, your muscles are able to, you've got that give there, your joints are able to move in that direction, so you're less likely to get injured compared to if you've got a shoulder rolled forward position, you get knocked, your muscles can't give. You tear something, your ligaments get injured. Then you get better strength. So I've got a guide in which I explain the concepts of internal external rotation. If you remove trigger points, your joints have full range of motion. Your muscles are doing their correct job. So imagine if you've got an engine and it's not firing on all cylinders, so it's not fully optimal. If all your muscles are fully functioning, full range of motion, they're doing the job they're supposed to do, then you'll end up with better strength. You get better muscle size too. So if you go on YouTube, you'll see videos of bodybuilders getting ART, active release therapy. What I do is kind of like a self-administered ART. That's one way of describing it. And you'll see them, they're doing this because of all the benefits I've mentioned as well, but people are actually saying, yeah, my lats feel 3 inches bigger. I mean, these are big bodybuilders, so it's not like I'm gonna make you Hulk overnight, but yeah, if you've got some muscle there and you're tight, removing trigger points, you'll see gains in muscle size. You also get some magic trigger points as well. So on the right here, we've got the scalene muscles, like in your neck here, and they attach, you can see here, attached like to some of the top ribs. So when you release the trigger points in your scalene muscles, you'll find you're able to breathe easier as well, so better endurance. That's what I mean by magic trigger points. So what exactly are trigger points? I haven't fully explained that yet. So I mentioned the knot in the rope analogy earlier. That is really what they are. They're also why stretching is effective. So if you've got a knot in a rope and you try stretch, you're just going to make that knot tighter. what you need to do is play around with the knot itself. So I use a lacrosse ball, or you can use your hands, different body parts. I'll show you some videos of how to release them, how to release trigger points. But what you need to do, you need to work on the knot itself, massage it out, and then the knot will go. So you can think of trigger points as, if you look at this diagram here, they're like muscle units that have lost their off switch. So instead of actually knotting up like this, if you think of muscles as made up of little small units that contract and then release, so all those electrical signals, a trigger point is like a specific unit that's contracted and then it's lost its off switch. It can't go off. So if you're looking at your arm, it's like your arm's on, your arm's tensed, but some muscle units might have lost their off switch, so maybe you can't fully extend and you don't have full proper range of motion. How did you get trigger points in the first place? Because you've probably picked them up without even realizing. So no movement, bad posture. So if you're sat down at your desk all day, if you're looking at the right here, all these different problems. Okay, that's a very exaggerated position, but I mean, all through school, all through college, all through uni, all through your work life, how much time do you spend sat down every day? That's a lot of time in just bad positions. Again, so bad movement as well causes trigger points. So if you have trigger points in certain muscles, it will cause other muscles to overwork or be overstretched. So in this picture on the right here, you see shoulder rolled forward, so you'll develop a tight chest. But what happens is your back muscles get strained, they get pulled. So you get trigger points in your back caused by trigger points in your chest. Whole mess. Then repetitive movement as well. So you guys that are in the gym curling every single day, trying to get big arms, that constant movement, check your biceps for trigger points. Check, just check, that's all I'll say. What do you do now? Well, my channel, Massage for Flexibility, I've got some upcoming videos on how to find trigger points in different muscles. And then I'll also be showing you how exactly to remove the trigger points. And I'll be showing you videos using just your hands and maybe your elbows, your knees, your ankles, just as tools that you can work on your body with. So you can do this, no equipment needed. I haven't seen anywhere else on YouTube that has a channel like that. Then I'll also show you result videos so you can see progress, and I'll include other people's as well in case you don't believe me showing my own progress. I look forward to seeing you guys soon.